Imagine digging through the sands of Egypt and uncovering a literal survival guide for the afterlife. That is exactly what archaeologists found with the discovery of the Nag Hammadi Library. These ancient Gnostic manuscripts contain explicit, word-for-word instructions, secret passwords, designed to help a soul escape the planetary spheres after biological death. To the Gnostics, the physical universe was a prison, built by an ignorant creator and guarded by hostile cosmic wardens known as Archons. Most religions view the afterlife as a moral courtroom where your good deeds are weighed against your sins. The Gnostics saw it as a strict bureaucratic gauntlet. Salvation required no moral weighing. It was a test of awareness. You needed the exact passwords to unlock the cosmic gates. If your soul reached these toll collectors without the required formulas, the Archons would deny you entry. You would be thrown back into the cycle of reincarnation, trapped in a physical body once again. But there is another way to read these texts. What if these ancient authors were not describing post-mortem geography? What if this elaborate escape plan describes our current state of cosmic sleep? Those hostile Archons do not wait for you in outer space. They are the psychological forces of desire, anxiety, and ignorance that guard your mind every single day. Learning these passwords becomes a practical exercise. They are cognitive tools, a method to bypass your daily mental gatekeepers and redefine your relationship with the world around you. The texts provide specific scripts to use against these mental wardens. In the first Apocalypse of James, the first stage of escaping involves the password of origin. You have to prove to the gatekeeper that you do not belong to this world. When intercepted by an Archon, the text commands the initiate to say, "I am a son, and I am from the pre-existent Father." When applied to modern anxieties, this functions as a defensive claim. By identifying with an untouchable, divine origin, the worldly pressure trying to control you loses its authority. You are no longer subject to its jurisdiction. The next challenge appears in the Gospel of Mary, where the ascending soul comes face to face with the power of desire. To bypass this force, the soul uses the password of detachment, telling desire, "I served you as a garment." This is a deliberate separation of identity. You are telling the world that your physical urges and your ego are temporary clothing. By viewing the material self as a garment you can take off, the physical world loses its gravitational pull. You establish an identity outside the system, and you actively discard the emotional hooks connecting you to it. Together, these two steps neutralize the psychological toll collectors that keep you stuck in the daily grind. Some texts abandon structured sentences entirely. In the discourse on the 8th and 9th, the passwords transition into pure mystical vocalizations, chants of long vowel strings, and esoteric words like saxathazo. This shift is based on the Gnostic belief that the physical world was spoken into existence through a corrupted word full of false labels. To speak the passwords was to use a higher language to challenge the very foundations of this reality, a form of linguistic warfare. By chanting pure vocalizations of the divine realm, you utilize a higher frequency, jamming the corrupted signals of the material world. This anchors an initiation process called the 5 seals. Broadcasting this frequency blinds cosmic gatekeepers and physically strips away the initiate's material skin. When you change the language of your internal thoughts, you alter the reality you experience. The external world's definitions and rules suddenly hold no power over your mind. The process reaches its peak in the second Apocalypse of James, which describes a final, direct confrontation with the rulers of the physical universe. Here, the soul delivers a declaration of independence. I am the judge of the judges. This is an identity inversion. It is the realization that the external authorities, the societal pressures, and the psychological boundaries of this world have no legitimate power over you. True ascension is not a passive event waiting at the end of life. It is an active, ongoing rebellion against the illusions of the present. To live as a liberated being of light means you navigate the physical world untouched by its gravity. You engage with the day-to-day, but its anxieties cannot stick to you. The Gnostics suggest that the true escape happens before death. By recognizing the illusions for what they are, the soul effectively wakes up, living as a free participant in a world that no longer holds the keys to its identity.